a good question. Yeah, 2012 has actually been a fairly significant year for DataGenic, and indeed it's been our best year to date. We had a 70% increase in revenue on last year and a 30% increase the previous year, so we're pretty happy with the success there. As you probably know, DataGenic's been around for 10 years, although we've actually only been in the commodity space for about 5 years, so we're very proud of our achievements in quite a short space of time. And over the last year, we've actually developed 2 new products to our suite of products, Genic Live Connect and Genic Risk Simulator. Genic Live Connect helps us to sort of embrace this whole concept of big data, which, as people probably know, the 4 tenets of that are volume, variability, variety, and the velocity of the data. So Genic Live Connect is a distributed architecture product which allows the connectivity of live data streams, and it allows you to have real-time sort of powerful analytics and reporting coming through. And the other one, Genic Risk Simulator, sort of what it sort of says on the tin, it allows you to do some risk simulations using value at risk, historic value at risk, and also mark-to-market and usual disaggregation reporting. Now that's a new area for DataGenic, and this particular product just went live with the client last month. So it's an area we're looking at, and it may move us into a new area of the business. Yeah, I think there's quite a lot going on there anyway in their own discrete way, what you just mentioned there, and when you put it all together, there's certainly some challenges ahead for the industry, as well as the regulatory challenges that's thrown in that pot as well, Mark. I think there's going to be a number of things that's going to happen to the market over the next 3 to 5 years. I mean, invariably there's going to be more contraction, and we've seen that with OpenLink, TriplePoint. I think there's going to be further contraction in the markets in the marketplace. I think there's room in the market for a lot more sort of package deployment, or even using SaaS models, which, you know, there's 2 or 3 vendors already using that model. I think the days of 1 to 3 years implementation cycle for CTRM is gone now, and I think people want a more sort of nimble deployment there, and a quicker sort of ROI in the market. I think that the third thing may be that as most people attest to and verify, and all the sort of independent studies which suggest, is that there's not a one-size-fit-all in the market, in the CTRM market, and I think clients have realised that, to their detriment, and they're now looking for kind of best-of-breed solutions. So what I see maybe happen is you have a whole sort of variety of companies out there, geographically dispersed. I think the CommodityPoint survey says there's 60+ vendors in the market, and it may well be they come together under sort of one technology framework, become part of a business and technology consortium, where everything is fully integrated, and literally clients can come and cherry pick on that particular vendor or technology they wish to deploy, and that actually may be the way the market evolves going forward. The other big thing is really on the analytics space. Some vendors say they do sort of real-time value at risk reporting. It's certainly the holy grail of what most big clients would try to achieve, and most of it is done end of day, so it's a bit of a wish list for most clients, and I see that becoming progressively more difficult for the CTRM, ETRM traditional vendors to achieve as this big data is upon us. And I think what's going to happen is clients will start to look for companies like DataGenic, and indeed the CETRM vendors, to partner with the DataGenics of the world that really understand and appreciate the challenges that data management has. You've got operational data, transactional data, time series data, reference data, metadata, and everything has to be timestamped, recorded, and indeed, you know, full transparency and traceability on each data point. So I think there's going to be big challenges there to actually grapple with that data, and indeed for the full real-time reporting of it, and it's something that DataGenic's working with. Yeah, DataGenic is pretty well established in Europe now. As I mentioned earlier, we've been going in the commodity space for 5 years now, and I think we're the gold standard, the de facto standard in the industry now. And one of the things that we want to do is to really to take that to the North American clients, take what we've learned, what we've done, the successes into North America. So it's something we're trying to do within the 2013 time frame. The other part of our business plan is to really try and provide some services. There's a relatively ignored market, and that's the small and medium enterprises, the SMEs. I feel some of them are left out with some of the players in the market that traditionally offer large enterprise deployments. And I think a more nimble, potentially SaaS offering, package deployment, as I mentioned earlier on, is something that may be more palatable for the smaller budgets that these SMEs have, and indeed the quicker wins that they want to establish right away. So that's something where we're looking to sort of re-engineer some of our products and indeed some of our services to provide them to the SMEs. One of the other things we were undertaking just now is some strategic initiatives with some of our technology partners. We're fully engaged with them on some initiatives in the market that I think hopefully might be some game changers there. One of them in particular is within the business intelligence community. Everyone's probably heard of the business objects and ClickView, tableaus, etc. And it's something that we are very proud to say that we're part of that. Yeah, DataGenic's also, as you probably know, continuously monitoring the market for acquisitions, and I mean, at the end of the day, the acquisition has to be value for money for DataGenic and its shareholders, but also it has to make a significant improvement to our clients and the use of our data. So hopefully, I've identified 2 or 3 potential acquisitions for 2013, and hopefully I'll be able to advise the market in the next 2 or 3 months of how that's materialised.